don't have this culture a lot, but in the US, people are slightly crazy about their mint condition shoes and their mint condition Pokemon cards and their mint condition toys, right? So what they do is they come home, they take that asset from you, and they go and store it in a, what do they tell me? Fire resistant, earthquake resistant, tsunami resistant locker. Right? It's stored in some resistant locker, and they say they appraise that asset, and they say this is worth, for example, $50,000. So which means today I could actually have that shoe with me, and then let's say one of you, right? Let's say Sunena wants to buy that shoe. She could buy the shoe from me, and then I would have to ship the shoe to her, and then both of us would have to be sure that it's the same shoe. I haven't fooled her, and all of that, right? Now what happens is the shoe sits there safely. There's an NFT issued for it. I could put it up for sale. Sunena could buy it. She knows this is guaranteed to be the same shoe. If she wants, she clicks a button and the shoe comes home, right? Or she can keep it with her as long as she wants. It's happening with shoes. It's happening with collectible cards. It's happening with a bunch of these things. It's happening with land. It will hopefully start happening with a bunch of other use cases where, because it's immutable, proof that it's the same thing is built into the contract.
It's fascinating when you say that. It reminds me of the history of how money was created. So early days, like, whenever we exchange money, we were promised that, you could go back and give the money and get the equal amount of gold.
We are promised that even today. You can walk into the bank and say, I want, a reserve bank and say, I want the equivalent of gold for this. It's just not coming. But that's how notes work.
Correct. This is a very a similar version of it.
Think about it this way. Money is valuable because someone says that I will take the guarantee for it. So why? So for example, if you jump into your wallet and you pull out a 500 rupee note, why do I believe that piece of paper is worth 500 and the other one is worth 2000? It's not just because of the colors. Is because somebody said this is 500, this is 2000, and if you bring it to each other, it will hold the same value. And if that doesn't work, bring it to me and I will make sure it holds that value. In the blockchain space, that somebody doesn't exist. That somebody is the blockchain itself. So the one who is promising the value of that asset isn't, or the value of that token isn't a government. It is actually the contract which says, hey, this is how it works. And I will, let's say I'm going to sell this for $100. And when it gets sold for 100, 4 of us have to get the proceeds from this. You will get 10%, you will get 20, you will get 30, you will get 40. But this, who decides this, is built into the smart contract, which is why it's in a way trustless, but also can't be fooled and also not governed, which is why most governments will say, hey, this is not okay because it isn't governed. The beauty of decentralization is that it isn't governed, and yet all of us, as far as all of us don't collapse, it will continue to exist.